Hello everybody and welcome back, where today there's a brand new sale on. Until the 18th, it is the Summer Games Fest sale on a lot of platforms, but the one for today is PSVR2. We have 83 items on sale. I implore you to go and take a look yourself, but today it's going to be me going through what I think are my best picks from this sale for you, and especially some games are the lowest they've ever been. So, after we said thank you to our patrons and members for keeping the channel going day after day and week after week, and to our sponsor VRROCK, who we'll be talking about later on, and you subscribed, of course, as only 25% you are, we're going to get straight into it. Let's kick things off with an incredibly priced bang. Now, of course, Resident Evil 9 is coming along fairly soon in February, and they want people to catch up and play Village, as they do, and Resident Evil Village is 75% off at £8.74, down from £35. If you've not played Resi 8 on PSVR2, please do. Now is the time. Honestly, this is such a good deal. This is the lowest it has ever been in the history of the game, and if you don't have it, even if you don't like horror games, there's a good chance you'll love this. It's a good blend of action, puzzle solving, and spooks. One of the best games on the platform, so please go and take a look. Resident Evil 4 is still at its usual discounted price, £26.99, down from £44.99. So the usual discount there, nothing massive, but for Resi 8, we're looking at a big one. Saints and Sinners is £7.99, and the Tourist Edition is £4 more than that. To be honest, I love this game. It's fantastic. It's a little old now, but you don't really feel it in game, to be honest. Skydance have made such a timeless VR classic with Saints and Sinners, and if you haven't played it already, then you're going to have a real treat with a few open world maps, crafting, great weapon systems, brutal melee combat, tons of zombies to fend off against. Among Us VR is £5.59. This one is full of squeakers, but if you can handle that, or you've got a group of friends to play with, it can be good fun. FNAF Help Wanted Full-Time Edition is £12.49. This comes with the DLC, I think, with the Dreadbear stuff, giving you a fair bit of content, and is genuinely a very scary game on PSVR2 that I'd recommend to FNAF and non-FNAF fans alike. Crossfire Sierra Squad is a great solo and co-op PSVR shooter. Tons of guns to choose from, loads of missions, and I mean loads. I believe there's something crazy like 100 co-op missions to play through. They can get a little bit samey, but to be honest, whack it on realism mode, make it so every shot counts, and you'll have a great time with a friend. One of PSVR2's best looking games, Subside, is £16.14. Honestly, one of the most photorealistic VR experiences I've ever had. It runs native on the headset, looks so good. Before we go any further, I gotta say thank you to our sponsor of today's video, VRROCK. Now, VRROCK make prescription lenses for PSVR2 and all other VR headsets. They have both non-magnetic and magnetic options, anti-blue light and anti-glare options, and they'll do your prescription custom in the lens, so you don't have to worry about wearing glasses anymore. But if you don't wear glasses, I'd still say VR lenses from VRROCK are very much worth it. I don't wear glasses myself, but I always have my VRROCK lenses on with no prescription, just to keep my actual PSVR2 lenses safe. It just gives me peace of mind that when I'm playing, I'm not going to accidentally scratch them, and if I do scratch the VRROCK lenses, it's a lot easier and cheaper to replace those than to get my PSVR2 repaired. So check them out with my discount code in the link in the description. Skydance's Behemoth is £17.49 as well. This is the first time I believe the game has been on sale, and it coincides with the Rites of Wrath update. Essentially, Behemoth is where you take on massive hulking creatures called behemoths. There are 4 of them throughout the game. And with the new update, you can fight the behemoths without having to replay the entire game, which is great. And it also comes with the new arena mode, with a bunch of new environments and a ton of new weapons to play around with. A recent puzzler, House of Davinci, is £15.99. I really enjoyed this one. It's got quite intricate systems, it feels very tactile, and is a good PSVR2 port. If you like Leonardo da Vinci, then this is definitely one to consider for £15.99. One of PSVR2's only hand-tracked games, Waltz of the Wizard, is £7.99. It's really funny and honestly worth the price of admission just for the novelty of hand-tracking alone, I'd say. The Moss Book 1 and 2 bundle is £22.49. Moss is just a fantastic little game. I'm yet to play Book 2, but I played Book 1 on PSVR 1 and loved it. But it's one of the highest rated PSVR2 bundles for a reason. It's so charming, and the gameplay is fantastic. Walkabout Mini Golf is £15.19. One of the most not underrated PSVR2 games, because it's fairly rated, it's fantastic, people love it, so do I. It looks so sharp, it runs so well, and is one of the best party games on PSVR2 to play with friends, hands down, there is no question. If you haven't got Walkabout yet, you're doing yourself a disservice. Now, we talked about Walking Dead Saints and Sinners earlier, but Saints and Sinners 2 is £4, it seems like, or $3.99. I had to double check this one, but apparently, yeah, it looks like it is just $3.99, it's 50% off. Includes the base game, and the Payback Edition includes a bunch of weapon recipes and some collectibles. Great price for a fantastic game, although it does still have a couple of bugs to this day. Synapse, or Synapse if you're American, is £16.49, one of the best uses of eye tracking on the entire headset by the fantastic Dream studio. Also published by Dreams is Vendetta Forever, a game that's based on a couple of different movie environments and scenarios, where you kill an enemy, grab onto their weapon, and it transports you to their last position, allowing you to progress through the game that way. It's frenetic, it's difficult, but it's fantastic with a great soundtrack. Red Matter 2 is £14.99, one of the best looking PSVR2 games of all time. It runs so well, it's actually unreal how they've optimized this game. Even if you're not into puzzlers, which this is, if you like sci-fi, ignore the puzzle aspect. Honestly, just look up a guide if you hate puzzles, just play through the game because the visuals are just groundbreaking. Hubris also looks pretty breathtaking, especially the opening couple of stages. A more linear sci-fi shooter style game if you're more into that sort of thing for $9.99. Metal Hellsinger is £17.49. A port of the flat version of the game, and it's a pretty damn good port as well, with a great soundtrack, frenetic action, and a bunch of weapons to use. Demeo is £16.49 with a ton of content and campaigns to play through. This Hero Quest style PSVR2 tabletop game is crossplay with other platforms, and also I believe is playable on the flat screen, so you can play with flat friends while you're in VR. 90s Extreme Skiing is £9.74. I really enjoyed this downhill skiing game. Patrons and members also just got access to a video where I tried out the multiplayer playtest for the first time, so multiplayer is being tested for the game, and hopefully if all goes well it shall come to the game. It was a ton of fun, I really enjoyed playing it, but the base game in single player is also pretty great, with a lot of courses and a DLC pack included that just came out, so if you buy the base game, you get that too. Those are my main choices for this sale that I'll delve into deeply, but there are a couple other games that I'll just shout out right now if you've been waiting for them to go on sale. Drums Rock Ultimate Music Edition is $29.99. Little Cities Bigger is $11.99. Until You Fall is $9.99. Cosmodread is $9.74. And Captain Toonhead vs. the Punks from Outer Space is $11.19. There's a lot to delve into in this sale, so I'd go and take a look for yourself, as there are some things that I missed, as either I've not played them, or they just didn't really spring out to me as big games to push here. But with over 83 items, please go take a look yourself, and if you haven't bought Resi 8, please do yourself a favour and buy that game and play it, because it is just so good. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.